Greetings, friends, colleagues, and comrades. No apology for using that word at all. As I'm sure most of you know by now, with it being Sunday evening on the 27th of January, 2019, I'm sure most of you are aware by now that Roger Stone was arrested by the FBI Friday morning in Florida. A couple of points and a couple of questions I want you to think about that I want to convey to you. First of all, do you remember that about 2 years ago, maybe a little over 18, 19 months ago, that there was an attempt to kill Roger Stone with some type of powdery substance in some of his mail? There was already an attempt on his life, or an attempt to poison him. And this is obviously early on in the Mueller investigation. That's number one. Number two, how did CNN arrange to be in position to know exactly when and where the FBI was going to raid Roger Stone? Obviously his house if he's there, but how did CNN know that the raid was going to take place even before his lawyers? And then even when he is trying to give a press conference afterwards, answer questions or address the whole issue, explain his side of the story, because all of this is bogus and a fraud, how is it that people from the press and even people who were present at the press conference starts booing him and shouting him down and basically making it impossible for him to speak or even address the questions of the press? This is 1930s Nazi Germany in the United States of America in 2019. We are at a very dangerous place. Please pray, please be vigilant and observant, please pay attention, share this information. Know your rights. It's important that everybody have their own attorneys because anything can happen, as we're now seeing. And then here's a final point. Seth Rich was murdered more than 2 years ago, and he worked for the DNC. His murder's never been solved. What the thieves were after, we're not sure, because his wallet and jewelry and most of his personal effects were on his body. And here's the biggest thing about Seth Rich's murder, and this is why I say murder. Another news outlet and an investigative journalist in Washington did point out when he was covering and looking into and investigating this story about Seth Rich, that after Seth Rich was mugged, he was taken to an area hospital, he was treated, and he was in stable to fair condition the night of the mugging or the next day. It wasn't until the day after that, so approximately like 18 hours or more after he was mugged, that he ended up dead. He was treated at the hospital and he was in fair condition and stable. And then all of a sudden he's dead. That's a big clue and a mystery, folks. Keep all of that in mind. The next time people want to say that there's something fishy going on with the administration, remember these things that are strange and unexplainable.